Discussion keeps the world turning.
This is Roundtable.
Thanks for tuning in to Roundtable. I'm Heilongjiang. In the second half of today's show, we'll dive into two powerful stories of expats here in China. First, we meet Ehsan Doostmohammadi, an Iranian researcher at Southwest University in Chongqing. Ehsan's love for Chinese medicine has led him to translate classic texts into Persian, helping Iranian readers connect with Chinese culture in a whole new way. Let's check out his experiences and discover what fuels his passion as a sinologist.
学而不思则罔
کنفوسیوس گفت مطالعه بدون تفکر
思而不学则殆
تفکر بدون مطالعه باعث شک خواهد شد.
What you just heard is a famous saying by the ancient Chinese philosopher Confucius, presented in both Chinese and Persian. In English, it translates to, "Learning without thought is labor lost. Thought without learning is perilous," which emphasizes the vital connection between study and contemplation. This quote resonated deeply with Ehsan Doostmohammadi, an Iranian sinologist whose translated version of The Analects has recently been published in Iran. Composed of Confucius's teachings, this classic text has been translated into over 40 languages worldwide, and Ehsan is one of the devoted translators who have extended its legacy far beyond China.
对我来说，孔子的这一句话还有很多有关孝道的一些名言。
For me, this saying of Confucius, along with many others about filial piety, people-oriented philosophy, and benevolence, are very precious. They're still relevant in today's global context, as many of these ideas embody values that transcend time, ethnicity, and era.
是超越了一个时空，超越了一个民族，超越了一个时代。
Having spent more than 15 years in China, Ehsan has demonstrated a strong passion for fostering cross-cultural exchanges. He received the Special Book Award of China, the country's highest honor for foreigners in the field of publishing.
我叫艾森，来自于伊朗。My name is Ehsan. My family name is Doostmohammadi. I'm from Iran. I work at Southwest University in Chongqing.
Located in the southwestern part of China, Chongqing is renowned for its stunning mountainous landscapes, spicy cuisine, and rich cultural heritage. Here, Ehsan has established his family and is actively involved in teaching, research, and translation. Growing up in Tehran, Ehsan developed an interest in traditional medicine during his school years. He recalls that an incident involving one of his closest friends sparked his curiosity about traditional Chinese medicine, commonly known as TCM. At that time, his friend suffered a serious injury that left his hand dysfunctional. After months of acupuncture therapy, a practice that involves inserting thin needles into specific points on the body, he made an incredible recovery. Witnessing the effects of TCM treatment inspired Ehsan to explore the subject further. Originally majoring in computer software engineering, the Iranian young man felt a pull towards a different path. In 2009, he moved to China to pursue his education in TCM, setting him on an entirely new life trajectory. However, the journey was far from easy. The first barrier was undoubtedly the language.
从什么都不知道，零基础，先来把语言学好。
Imagine starting from zero. The first step was to learn the language. That's the most fundamental part. Since I was taking classes alongside local Chinese students, my language skills, while good for a foreigner, were still just the basics. On top of that, I had to memorize various formulas, herbal medicines, and ancient texts. The whole process was filled with challenges and difficulties. But fortunately, I had a strong interest and a clear goal. Otherwise, it could have been tedious, and many might not have been able to persist.
Ehsan spent 2 years studying in Shanghai before moving to Shandong province, where he delved deeper into his studies and earned a doctorate in TCM. Known as the hometown of the Chinese philosophers Confucius and Mencius, the region provided him with a rich cultural atmosphere steeped in ancient Chinese philosophy. As his understanding and appreciation for traditional Chinese culture flourished, it fueled his desire to play a part in Sino-Iranian cultural exchange. According to Ehsan, the Iranian people are not total strangers to Chinese philosophical works. Actually, the earliest translated versions of the Analects can be traced back some 50 years. But the problem is, many of these translations originated from other languages.
Before coming to China, I had encountered some Chinese classic texts, including Tao Te Ching and the Analects. In Iran, while there were translated versions, many were not directly translated from Chinese. Instead, they were translated from a third language, such as German or English.
This realization inspired him to translate Chinese classics directly into Persian so that more Iranian readers can have a better understanding of China and its intellectual traditions. He started with Huangdi Neijing, also known as the Yellow Emperor's Inner Canon, one of the earliest and most important written works of TCM. The text comprises 2 parts, covering various aspects of medicine and serving as a key reference for TCM practitioners. It took Ehsan nearly 6 years to translate the first part.
During the 6 years, I spent 5 years working on the translation almost every day. This book is quite academic and encompasses many concepts related to ancient Chinese philosophy, astronomy, and others. I had to refer to extensive resources for a better and more accurate translation.
The sinologist didn't stop there. He went on to translate other Chinese classics on Confucianism and Taoism. Some of his Persian translations, including the works of Mencius and The Great Learning, are being published in Iran for the first time. Ehsan believes that these classics play an essential role in the exchange of ideas throughout human history.
Traditional Chinese culture, represented by Confucianism, possesses remarkable vitality. Confucius' ideas, such as placing the people at the core, are fundamentally important for national governance. The fact that these concepts emerged in their historical context speaks to their advancement. These values are timeless and hold significance across different eras. Even after 2,500 years, we're still able to resonate with his teachings, not only for those who have a background in Chinese culture, but also for those who encounter them in translation.
Since 2020, China has been collaborating with other Asian countries on a mutual translation project of Asian classics, and Iran is one of the partner nations. The initiative aims to help people in Asia better understand and appreciate each other's cultures and build a platform for mutual learning. As part of the project, Ehsan took the lead in translating 3 Chinese classics into Persian.
The Chinese government places great importance on its culture. Promoting traditional culture has always been a priority, and there have been many practical initiatives in this regard. Take the mutual translation and publication of ancient classics program as an example. It's not just about translating Chinese texts and books into foreign languages. It also involves bringing in excellent foreign works. This dual approach embodies the essence of mutual exchange rather than a one-sided process. I believe the Chinese government has done a great job in this area. At many levels, whether in foreign publishing initiatives or other aspects, we can see this commitment. The support and recognition for our efforts as foreign translators also stem from its emphasis on valuing the exchange of civilizations.
Reflecting on his experiences, Ehsan observes an interesting phenomenon. A translator's work can vary significantly across different phases. Sometimes, when he reviews his earlier translations, he finds himself gaining fresh insights.
Many renowned scholars of Confucianism also share this experience. For example, Yang Bojun, a senior editor with Zhonghua Book Company, is the author of what is often regarded as the best annotated version of the Analects. He has passed away, but he published different editions of the Analects and the works of Mencius. I've compared his earliest versions with the more recent ones, and there are significant differences. The same person, the same book, yet he interpreted it differently at various stages of his life.
Ehsan believes that's the charm of the classics, and his work is more than just converting words. It's about preserving the essence of original text and making it accessible to a wider audience.
These books are released in both print and electronic formats. Based on our statistics, though the Iranian market is rather small compared to other countries, the reception of these Chinese classics is quite promising.
On a personal note, Ehsan is married to a Chinese woman, and they have 2 lovely children. For him, starting his own family in this land has deepened his sense of attachment. Over the years of living in China, he is continually impressed by the country's development. He recalls his college years in Shanghai, when he rented an apartment nearby and walked to the campus every day. At that time, a giant bridge was being built, and he witnessed firsthand the rapid pace of infrastructure construction with each passing day. He says this development is not limited to urban areas. Rural regions have also seen significant improvements.
In many countries, there is often an imbalance in development between big cities and rural regions. But during my last visit to Xinjiang Uyghur Autonomous Region, I noticed that both the northern and southern parts of the region have developed quite well. The changes since my first visit there were remarkable. I previously translated a book on poverty alleviation in China, and the achievements described are unique in human history and are recognized globally. It's a huge project, and it represents a monumental effort that contributes significantly to human development. The progress made in poverty alleviation in such a short time, along with other initiatives like rural revitalization and targeted poverty alleviation, has produced remarkable results.
Since the launch of the Belt and Road Initiative in 2013, Iran has become an important partner for China. In the healthcare sector, Ehsan has noticed that traditional Chinese medicine gradually gained recognition in his home country.
Firstly, TCM was legalized in Iran. The Iranian Ministry of Health introduced clinical guidelines for 10 TCM practices, including cupping, acupuncture, and massage. This standardization helped to formalize many TCM practices at the national level and marked the first acknowledgement of TCM in the Middle East. Also, those who study TCM in China are recognized when they return home. They can acquire medical license and practice medicine. In the past few years, many countries have gradually integrated TCM into their healthcare systems to varying degrees. It shows that they have found TCM to be effective and scientifically valid in many ways.
Ehsan is currently busy with multiple translation projects. He believes in the power of mutual learning and is happy to contribute to that effort.
The mutual learning among civilizations relies on mutual understanding. In the process of learning about each other's cultures, we uncover similarities, which can strengthen the bonds between people and serve as a bridge for communication. By examining Chinese culture from an Iranian perspective, I often find inspiration and discover commonalities between two cultures. I'd like to bring these to more Iranian people so that we can deepen our communication and exchange in many aspects.
You're listening to Roundtable. I'm He Yang. Now we'll journey north to Heilongjiang province, where Saulebek Kabylbekov, a Kazakh eye doctor, has dedicated over 2 decades to treating thousands of patients. His work at Daqing Eye Hospital and in surrounding communities has changed lives. And in 2023, he was awarded the Chinese Government Friendship Award for his outstanding contributions. Let's explore Saulebek's inspiring journey and the difference he's made over the years.
Dr. Bierke is not only a doctor, but also a mentor to me.
He is the pride of our city Daqing and a specialist that I deeply trust.
To Chinese staff and patients at Daqing Ophthalmology Hospital in Heilongjiang Province, northeast China, he is known as Dr. Bierke. But the 69-year-old eye doctor from Kazakhstan's proper name is Saulebek Kabylbekov. For over 2 decades, Dr. Bierke has made his home in the city of Daqing, dedicating himself to bringing light and hope to countless people suffering from eye diseases.
I am an eye doctor at Daqing Ophthalmology Hospital. I'm from Kazakhstan. My Chinese name is Bierke.
Quite fluent in Chinese now, Dr. Bierke has devoted considerable effort to learning the language in order to communicate with both his patients and fellow colleagues more effectively. Reflecting on his first journey to China, Dr. Bierke reminisces about the early 1990s when he was invited to a hospital in the neighboring province of Liaoning for medical collaborations and support. Then in 1998, upon the establishment of Daqing Ophthalmology Hospital, he was once again invited by the hospital director and formally joined as a young foreign expert, bringing innovative techniques that addressed gaps in the ophthalmology field. His extensive skills and expertise have significantly advanced the diagnosis and treatment of various eye-related conditions. Over the past 25 years, he has treated more than 250,000 patients. Some of them have left a deep impression on him.
I still remember a female patient who was under 30 at the time. She had uveitis, a condition that causes inflammation inside your eye. The situation was very complicated. It was particularly challenging because she was pregnant. We had to protect both her eyes and her baby. After we gradually started the treatment and carefully selected the medication, her condition improved. She was very satisfied and happy as her vision improved. And also, she gave birth to a healthy baby.
For Dr. Bieke, seeing his treatment succeed and patients regain their clear vision is the greatest reward and motivation. Beyond the hospital walls, his presence resonated through the urban and rural areas of Daqing, and he extended his reach into the western regions of the province, providing care and support through free clinics. Zhou Yusi has been serving as Dr. Bieke's interpreter for the past 8 years. During consultations, Zhou assists with translation and documents medical records and diagnoses.
He is a meticulous and helpful person who is always eager to learn. His dedication to patients, including his communication, has been very encouraging. Moreover, Dr. Bieke excels in leading by example. His diligent and earnest approach to learning inspires and motivates those around him, driving us to improve and learn together.
Majoring in Russian, Zhou lacked a professional background in medical care. Initially, he faced great challenges with medical terminology when starting his job, but he credits Dr. Bieke for helping him overcome these obstacles.
At that time, I felt immense pressure because I wasn't sure if I could perform this job well. However, under Dr. Bieke's guidance, he is not only a doctor but also a mentor to me. From the outset of my career to the present day, he has consistently supported me, explaining medical terminology and coaching me in patient communication, among other things. I have learned a great deal from him. The first 2 years of working alongside him marked the period of my greatest growth. So I am very grateful to him for his mentoring and assistance, as he taught me so much through his words and actions.
Zhou is just one of the many young people who have learned from the Kazakh expert. During his time in China, Dr. Bieke mentored and trained hundreds of ophthalmologists from within and outside the province. Some of them have later become key talents in local hospitals.
When young people come to us with questions, we always offer assistance and mentorship. While I perform fewer surgeries now, I used to instruct them in surgical techniques when I was more actively involved in the operating room. They often approach us with complex cases, seeking advice and guidance. We are all integral parts of the hospital, working together and supporting each other.
In retrospect, Dr. Bieke never imagined that he would spend decades of his life here. Over the years, he has also witnessed firsthand the city's development and the evolution of the medical field.
In the past 20 years, China has seen significant progress, especially in the medical field. Ophthalmology, for instance, has experienced remarkable advancements. When we first began, the equipment used for examinations and surgeries was vastly different from what we have today. Everything is much more convenient now. In the past, for myopia surgeries, we used knives to cut the cornea. Today, we use lasers, and laser technology itself has evolved with the introduction of femtosecond lasers. So, the equipment continues to improve consistently.
In addition to advancements in surgical equipment, Dr. Bieke also emphasizes the progress in diagnostic technology. Optical coherence tomography, or OCT, for instance, has become a standard diagnostic tool for many eye diseases, greatly enhancing convenience and accuracy in diagnosis. In Daqing, A city known for the country's largest onshore oil field, Dr. Bieke has found a second home. He married a Chinese woman, and together they have a lovely daughter. Though he has traveled to many parts of the country, the eye doctor says he still likes Daqing the most.
What I like about Daqing is its weather and fresh air. It's windy here, so there are very few days with poor air quality. Most of the time, the air is very good. The weather is also great. In summer, the temperature is around 20 degrees Celsius, so it's not very hot. Although it's cold outside in the winter, indoor heating is excellent, so it's very warm inside.
In 2023, to honor his decade-long contributions, Dr. Bieke was awarded the Chinese Government Friendship Award, the highest honor granted by the Chinese government to foreign experts.
This government award has motivated me to strive even more to better serve patients with eye diseases in China.
Actually, Dr. Bieke wasn't the first one to receive this honor. Before him, two foreign experts working at the hospital, respectively from Kazakhstan and Russia, had also been recognized with the same honor. Now with 5 international experts at Daqing Ophthalmology Hospital, Lu Xiangqing, the hospital's executive director, highlights their long-standing history of collaboration with international specialists.
Since the founding of our hospital, we have maintained collaboration with the People's Friendship University of Russia. Over the years, a total of 59 foreign professionals have joined our hospital. Foreign technologies have seamlessly integrated into our practices.
Now in his mid-60s, an age that typically signals retirement, Dr. Bieke is not ready to step back. He expresses his determination to continue illuminating lives with hope and vision as long as he is able.
And that's all for today's show. From bridging cultures through knowledge to changing lives through healthcare, we've seen how expats are finding fulfilling lives here. It's a testament to the vibrant, welcoming environment that China offers to those looking to make a difference. I'm He Young. We'll see you next time.